Happy Monday. Go Team USA. They just tied. So,
they did tie.
Yeah, unlucky. Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I'm Anthony Toast, joined as always by the Diefenbeef, Shane Diefenbach, and Shaun _DePause himself. Gentlemen, how are you doing?
Feeling patriotic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Feeling very American.
Hey, chat, did this feel like a loss? We were just having this
The USA game. Not the ASU game. Every ASU football game feels like a loss.
That
was actually
it was a loss. They had less points than their opponent.
I don't think it feels like a loss, though. Why does it feel like a loss to you?
Because they were winning for 83 minutes of the game, was it? And they
81.
Yeah, and then they tied.
Yeah.
And if it was in a different circumstance, then yeah, but this is the first game in 8 years for them and the 50th whatever year for Wales. This game, if they would have won it, they would have solidified them getting into the group stage. And now they have to beat the crap out of Iran and hope they don't lose that bad to England.
You don't think they beat England? No.
England's one of the favorites. I don't think it feels like a loss because they're basically the same spot in the rankings.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the game itself.
I'm not done.
Okay.
While the U.S. was leading for most of this game, like after they scored their goal early in the first half, like Wales was controlling that entire game the entire time. Go watch the post game that the actual Rising, the people that actually know something about soccer, they'll explain it better.
You know what my favorite part of the World Cup this time around is? It's the fact that every time the U.S. plays a game, I feel like Shaun is going to just shit on the opposing country because Shaun, on a daily basis, hates states and countries. Yeah. So I feel like it's going to be pretty easy.
What do you have to say about Wales?
Yeah, what do you have to say about Wales?
They're not a real country.
Respect to Owen, both oppressed by the crown, the U.S. and Wales. But, I mean, they have like 1/10 of the people that we have, so... I'm not gonna pick on the little guy. I got no problem with Wales. Fuck England. I'm not gonna say fuck Iran, but fuck Iran. And kind of fuck Wales.
Okay.
My dream scenario is the U.S. and Wales come out of this group.
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. Death to the crown.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Lizzie's in a box.
Let's talk about Hate Week because that's what it is. We finally got the start of the Territorial Cup week for ASU and U of A. And U of A decided they were going to start it off by painting a mountain red and blue.
Cool guys, so creative. Real funny. Got the whole crew laughing.
Nice, you got him there. Got him on that one. No, we heard from interim coach Shaun Aguano today, as we do every Monday. And he said at the start of the press conference, because he was obviously asked about the rivalry week, that at the start of the team meetings today, they played about a 5 to 7 minute video going into the history of the U of A ASU rivalry. And on top of that, he made sure that his players saw what U of A fans did to the mountain. And this was probably my personal favorite. He made sure that they all saw the little scuffle between Delora and his wideout this past weekend in their blowout loss to Washington State. Shaun, I'll start with you on that. What about that specifically do you enjoy?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. He cares. Like, it's nothing new for Aguano. Like, we know he cares about this program. But it's dope. I feel like, especially like this rivalry, what it's been the last few years is just programs that are on completely different levels, and it's just been a bye week essentially for ASU. It's not that anymore. Like we talked about, U of A is going to be favored in this game, especially with it being down in Tucson. Like, this is the first time that plus two teams are in the same spot. They're both not bowl eligible. Like, this is their bowl game. So I like that he is trying to make sure that the players feel the gravity of this moment, especially with the program in the state that it's in, where people are kind of not really caring. To give people something to care about, I think is very important.
Yeah, he had a really good analogy today when talking about the game, and he likes to golf, so he said. It's kind of like when a golf course puts a par 5 on the last hole and you birdie it, so you want to come back the next day even though you shot at 105. It's kind of what the season is, You win 3 games before this, but it can be a race with a win in Tucson. He also mentioned how this would be the first time ever that a team has won 6 straight Territorial Cups. So that would be large for ASU to be able to do that, to continue their dominance. But my favorite thing that he said today was, we have a better football team than them, and we have a better program than them. It's just true. It just is. So,
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The program, 100%.
The program by itself.
At this moment?
Yes.
I strong disagree.
Really?
Yeah, they have a
program
future.
isn't just about 1 year. Program is about what your prestige is.
Historically, but right now the program's not in a better
but that's
spot
not what
than
he-
that.
Shane
No,
is
that's what
talking. You're
I said.
talking more the legacy.
Well, that's
of
what
the
he said.
program.
Well, yeah,
program.
but that's what I said. I was like, right now, I don't.
Really, over time. So you feel like just based off of what's happened over the course of the last few years that U of A has a better overall football program than Arizona State?
At this moment, obviously, like
That's just team, though. That's not program.
He's talking
but
more
I
over the
mean,
course of time.
also in terms of like the trajectory of the program, which program I think has better prospects for the future. Absolutely, U of A. They have a future. This program just because I fired Herm doesn't mean it's moving in the right direction now. It's just slow. It's starting to slow down the backslide of this.
Well, in the
program.
direction, first off, I disagree because I don't think the program. I think the program was at rock bottom, right?
I mean, I guess
NCAA
that's
investigations. You just got your ass kicked pretty much. Obviously, the score doesn't necessarily say it, but you got your ass kicked by Eastern Michigan. Season's not great. Your transfer quarterback doesn't look as good as everybody thought. People are leaving the game in boatloads by halftime. Like at that point, everyone's transferred out. Like the program was at rock bottom.
That's fair.
Let's be real. I don't think it could have gone any worse, right? So what you make Aguano, who I would argue was the best assistant for this interim job. What has he done, right? He was given a horrendous slate with USC, Utah, and then Washington. What'd he do? He beat Washington.
That's LTC with a bar. We have Ohana. They have Carvana.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I also have Carvana.
That LTC, thank you, because that is going to be the title of this episode. But in reality, like I feel like he has. It's not been anything wild, but he has definitely. I felt like put the rails on the program a tad bit.
No, 100%. I like that. It's better than it was after the Eastern Michigan game, for example. But I mean, I just like when you look at the place that both of these programs are right now. ASU still does not have a full-time head coach. They still have to figure that out. They still have whatever the result of the investigation is going to be. Meanwhile, U of A is like. They went from being an absolute joke of a program to now winning games. They have a more impressive win than ASU has at any point this year. And, like, there's hope down there. Well, generally speaking, ASU fans here are not in a good spot with this program.
Let me put it this way, though. You talk about, like, let's say fucking Northwestern, has a 8-win season out of nowhere. You're not going to say that's a good football program. U of A doesn't have a good football program. They've had a good year and they have a future. Yeah, sure, they might have a better
program is in a better spot right now.
But that's not what he said.
No,
means.
I know, but this conversation has moved past that. I said right now.
Okay, well, we can talk about that.
U of A's programs in a better spot.
You want numbers wise, right?
Yes.
U of A's got one more win than ASU. ASU wins this Territorial Cup game. They have the same record.
Yes.
ASU wins a head-to-head, and they have a better conference record.
Yes.
So they win in standings. They had a better overall season if they win this game.
Yes. Are you just wait? U of A or ASU?
No, ASU.
Sure.
Statistically,
I would disagree.
What are you disagreeing with?
I think that this game at this point for both the season is the most important thing. So whoever wins this game ultimately has a better season, I guess, in that sense. But I'm looking at this in the context of you look at what happened last season. ASU was for most of the season, like they were not far away from a Rose Bowl. Obviously, the game didn't end well. U of A was a joke. U of A has now started to move towards legitimacy. They have. Like both programs have a ranked win. U of A's is more impressive than ASU. ASU's ranked win is whatever. Not whatever, but you know what I mean. Like you look at just the general feeling about the program for U of A fans. They have Jed Fish. The program is moving in the right direction. They brought in a bunch of really good transfers, really good recruits. Meanwhile, ASU is moving in the exact opposite direction.
So what are you arguing now?
My exactly what I said. U of A's program at this very moment is in a better spot than ASU's.
Their future outlook might be, but their program is not better than ASU.
At this very moment, it is.
No, okay, but I'm going to be the mediator here because you guys are arguing two different things.
Yes, exactly. That's
you are arguing the current point in time, whereas you are arguing
But what I'm arguing is what Aguano said, and you said no.
Yes, and then I moved past that, and
so
I was
the future.
starting. And the second. Okay. This very second. That's what I've been saying this whole time. This very second.
But I don't think that just because the program is better this very second doesn't mean they have a better football program. And that's all I'm saying. Aguano was right in saying that they have
generally, obviously, ASU is much more as a more historic program. And that means nothing to me. That means absolutely nothing to me in this moment.
I think it does.
Army is a more historic program than U of A, but who gives a fuck about Army's football program?
I think you do when it comes to heritage and prestige that comes to this game.
Yeah, that is part of, and that's one thing. is I think there are a lot of things that are going to get thrown out of the window with this game, right? You got a 3-8 ASU team and a 4-7 U of A team. Yes, U of A, whatever, they had the big win over UCLA a couple weeks ago, but when you look at it, both these teams are 1-4 in their last 5 games. Obviously, Arizona's got the win over UCLA, and that makes everything different. ASU's one win is over Colorado. But both of these teams, as it stands right now, are not good football teams.
That's
that we can all agree on.
Yes.
But to Shane's point, there is a lot of history and rivalry in this game, right? This is the only thing that makes, in my personal opinion, college football better than NFL football, is you've got these rivalries that have been going on for decades. Some
literally could both be winless.
And this game would still mean everything.
Look at Cal Stanford.
Yeah.
That was a good game. And those are 2 teams that are bad. Cal isn't even in the conference.
That's what I think is going to get lost in this, that I hope doesn't, is if ASU wins this game, I hope people do have that sense of, look, it was a rough year, right? To Aguano's point, like, this one win can kind of almost make you forget about what took place during the season. Because, again, like, the hand he was dealt was not good. We knew going into this season, given the way that the transfer portal affected this team, given the ongoing NCAA investigation with, yes, Herm and everybody saying, oh, we're not focused on it. You get your starting quarterback leave for LSU, and guess what? They're a couple wins away from potentially being in the college football playoff. Like, this team has been through a hell of a lot, and I don't want that to get lost in this single game because these 2 teams have combined 7 wins. Like, if ASU wins this game, I would happily sit here and tell you that this was somewhat... I'm happier now than I was at the start of the season if they win this game.
Yeah. I mean, I think the fact that they both suck makes it bigger. Because you look at, like, last year, or the last 2 years, from U of A's perspective, I'm sure it was big because the rest of the season was a waste. But, like, for ASU, it's still a rivalry game. But, like, that's a game you go in with the expectation you're going to win and dominate, which they have the last 2 years. Like, but now they're at a spot where... both of these, it's like in baseball. It's better when both the Yankees and the Red Sox are good, or when Duke and UNC basketball are in the same spot. Like, it doesn't matter if they're both good or both bad, but when they're in the same position relatively, like within that season, the game means more because if they're both good, it's the difference between like a Rose Bowl or something like that. They're both bad. It's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, that's fair. ASU, to everyone's point at this point, is looking for their 6th straight win in this game. And they just, you look at the history over the course of the last 10 years, and ASU was just dominated. U of A's only won 2 of the last 10. So, and 70-7, which I think people are going to be seeing the 70-7.
I can't do it.
Why can't you do 70-7?
We're so done with that. We got to stop.
I feel like we're not done with it until ASU loses. Like, if the ASU keeps winning, then they're going to keep bringing it up.
Yeah, in terms of football, we can keep saying that until ASU can keep saying that until ASU loses. But you can't use it for everything.
Yeah, they lose in basketball.
Do not say that. Yeah. I saw that last year. It's stupid.
I want to
talk about a program that's in a better spot.
Before we get
you think U of A's basketball program is better than ASU's historically?
I mean, it's close. I don't know about the trajectories, but
hey, one's a blue blood, one's not. And I'm not talking about U of A. Before we get to Jason's point, because I do want to get to it, want to tell you guys where you can make some money on this game or just really betting in general. You guys can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code PHNX. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code PHNX. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details.
Please no.
What?
Can we get DJ Taylor to return? No.
That's
Daniel
okay.
and Goddess job.
Yeah.
Also, I think on this Thanksgiving, I might just get absolutely buckled. I'll be by myself. I might just make myself food, absolutely buckled.
Why are you staying home by yourself?
Because my family's on the East Coast.
Okay, but you've got a lot of families here.
Yeah, I don't really want. I'd rather get buckled and
Shaun has no days off at this job.
That's true.
So being able to be alone and quiet, I think, is something
I'm looking forward to it on Thanksgiving. Like I said, I'm dabble in the Four Peaks. Dabble in the OGs,
DraftKings,
make myself some food, and then bet more money than I probably should on DraftKings. But I'm gonna win it because
on the Buffalo
wagons, like the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Wagon Bills. Yeah.
I
saw the funniest thing about NFL Sunday for me this season has been watching the up and down trajectory of Shaun's emotions,
dude,
on Twitter.
You should see some of my texts. It was first drive, and it was it's over.
Bills might be dead.
The dynasty is dead.
Bills might be dead.
He was planning the funeral.
I was.
He sent the address for the funeral.
I did send the address for the funeral.
It was his house.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
We'll throw the address in the chat for all of you guys.
No, it's behind
Everybody
the paywall.
go to
Become a
Shaun's house for
diehard, and you
Thanksgiving.
can have my address.
Promise?
I'm kidding.
Is that
I'm
all it
kidding.
takes?
I'm kidding. Yeah, we'll see.
The minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply for that too.
They do. You see the show notes for deep. My address is in the show notes. You got to look really deep. You got to. It's in between the lines.
You want to hear something fun? You can do a DraftKings. You can bet on total passes by each team in the
Really?
World Cup. I did that.
Yeah.
I also realized that I should have just bet on a tie happening because in this same game parlay I made, I have both teams to score, and then I have tie first and second half. Like,
Just bet on a tie. Just bet on a draw.
All of these little things just for a tie. I did say before the game started that it was going to be a 1-1 tie, but I'm a coward and I didn't put any money on it.
yeah, so stop saying it.
No, but I owned it. I'm calling the prediction. I made the prediction, but I'm owning up to the fact that I was a coward and didn't place any money on it.
It's fair.
That's fair. Let's talk about some ASU hoops.
Well, do we want to talk about Jason's
Oh, correct. Thank you. This
You're
is
welcome.
Jason's comment. He says, guys, think about this. ASU has had a terrible year and Arizona is hailed as being better, but both have the exact same season. I'd rather be us.
I mean, not really true. They don't have the exact same season.
If ASU wins, they have the exact same season, except
Yeah.
ASU wins the head-to-head.
Take coaching out of it.
No,
We're talking
U of A
numbers.
did not lose to Eastern Michigan. That is an embarrassment to the program. That
No, but
didn't
they also
happen.
gave up 40 straight points. They
To
gave
who?
up 40
To who?
points in, I'll tell you who.
To what what
just
teams?
about every team.
To what? List the teams that they gave up.
Okay,
40
they gave up 39 to Mississippi State.
SEC team. That's better than them. Yeah.
They gave up 49 to Cal.
Okay, that's a tough one.
That's
That is a bad
49 to
one. That is
Oregon,
bad.
49 to Washington,
Washington.
45 to USC,
USC.
45 to Utah.
Okay.
ASU didn't give up 40 to all of
I'm
these
just
teams.
saying, almost every team, with the exception of Cal, that
But,
you just listed, was ranked at one.
Let's be fair. Read their scores, though. Read how much they
Yeah,
scored in
also
those
that.
games. That's the
Like
style.
that's one thing is that like I
Their
hate
games
U
are
of
fun
A.
when they lose.
I they are a rival, but I nothing bothers me more than when fans are just ignore. Now I'm not accusing you of this, Totri, but like in general,
Come at me then.
When they're
Square
just
up.
like when they're like if U of A comes out and wins this game 40-13, and ASU fans will be like 70-7. It doesn't mean shit now.
no, I
You
know.
lost
I'm
the game.
100% with you.
Like it drives me crazy. I understand that's how fans are, but it drives me crazy.
I definitely think that I would rather be us just because Jed Fish had a great recruiting class, sure, but the destination, the preferred destination, even with all of the scandal things that are going on, even with the investigation, is still Arizona State. It still is. Transfer, it still is 100%.
It's a bigger,
They might
like-
get a Jacob Cowing here and there, but they're not going to get the sheer mass of players that ASU can get in the transfer portal.
Hey,
And once the recruiting, everything settles down recruiting wise, I think come out 5 years from now, we'll be in a much better.
Somebody said it earlier. Ty Thompson's going to look great in maroon and gold when Kenny's coach. Just saying. I'd be here for that. Honestly, we'll get into that like way down the line.
I really hope that ASU's quarterback is not currently on the roster. Next year's quarterback is not currently on the roster.
Well, next year's backup will probably be on the roster.
That's true.
And assuming they
And
all...
some like where is Emory going to transfer to? Like
No, he's staying.
for future Syracuse
No.
Orange starting quarterback.
No, you know where
Emory
he's
Jones.
going? You know where he's going?
Just kidding.
He's
I
going to
don't
be a Colorado Buffalo with Deion Sanders.
Whoa, that would be wild. I would be here for it because Colorado would still be tragic. But
Did you see those rumors though?
no, I did not.
Yeah,
That would be
Deion
hilarious.
is reportedly like it's between Colorado and South Florida.
Why would he go to Denver
Dude,
Well, it's not Denver.
or Colorado? I
how
mean.
fun would Dion be at USF?
Yeah, that would be electric.
Yeah, that would
He needs to go coach at Georgia Tech. Go live in
Nobody
Atlanta
wants
again.
to go to Georgia
But
Tech.
it's Atlanta, bro.
Didn't
It's
they?
Dion in
Didn't they
Atlanta.
win? Yeah, they beat North Carolina.
It's Dion in Atlanta. It makes
Did
so
they?
much sense.
Yeah.
They were getting
Plus,
housed for a while.
you want to talk about a sleeping giant, a program that's based in Atlanta, Georgia. Come on now. Dion is the coach? I'm just saying.
Yeah, they beat North Carolina 21-17.
ACC is so sad.
Yeah, it really is. It's the only thing that's keeping the Pac-12 afloat, right?
The ACC being
ACC.
sad?
Yeah.
Well, the Big 12 being sad almost kept them afloat.
Joe says Emory ends up at Liberty after all. Should have gone there last summer. Damn.
Can we
Joe.
stop
after
having
Malik.
quarterbacks with the number 5? I feel like it's bad luck.
Yeah.
What number do you want to be now? 10?
One.
No.
I like a number one.
I like a 1
quarterback.
too.
Yeah, 1 is great.
Well, it depends on the
Israel
kind of quarterback.
Carter.
I think 1, 2, or 3 are my favorites.
It depends on the kind of quarterback.
3
If-
is so slept on.
This is going to be if they're like a pocket.
They have
pocket
to be a
presence,
double digit.
It's got to be double
Double
digit.
digits,
Pocket presence got to be
100%.
double digit. If you're dual threat or mobile quarterback, give
Gotta
me
be
a 1.
1.
A 1, a 2 maybe, but I like a
2
1.
for dual spin.
I like a 7 too. I'm a fan of a 7.
Oh, I thought you were saying 72. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
72 on a quarterback. That'd be
69 would go crazy as quarterback, I think too.
Nice.
Can
bro.
quarterbacks wear 0?
I think they can wear anything. I don't.
No.
Is there number
You
rules in
can't.
college?
I don't think.
Yeah, there are.
You can't wear 0 unless you're a skill guy. I believe. I mean,
Let's list our next starting quarterback as a wide receiver and make him 0, and then play him at quarterback.
okay.
Like the Randall Cobb rule.
Yeah.
Look, guys, obviously, all eyes are going to be on the Territorial Cup for people in the state of Arizona during Friday. So while you're watching the game, win or lose, why don't you watch it with some OGs? Because regardless of the result, I think that'll make it better. I don't know about you guys, but watching football high off OGs, kind of
It's
crazy.
gonna be my Thanksgiving.
Kinda crazy.
I'm genuinely excited for it.
What's your favorite flavor?
Of OGs, it's the orange creamsicle.
That's
I mean, they're all good, but come on. I grew up off orange creamsicles, like actual orange creamsicles. So this is
Like from an ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, are you kidding me? They're fucking
I
money.
hate ice cream trucks. No,
I didn't
how?
actually
That was
touch
just
him.
he just punched me.
no, I didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
I saw,
you did.
I saw his head
Play
move.
the tape back.
I saw his head move. I didn't
just
even
got
touch his
He's
punched.
been
head.
watching too much soccer. That was so dramatic. I literally.
Ow, my leg!
Yeah.
Punch me in the head. Tear my ACL. That's crazy. Look, guys, if you want to get high on OGs or maybe try their sleep time gummies, you can find them at your local dispensary. You do got to be 21 or older to enjoy. Guys,
Wait, we have VAR.
I watched back the tape. It was not a punch. It was a tap.
Thank you.
I
feel like the referee's biased
I was
here.
about to say,
It's
bro.
some bullshit.
The referee is from Wales.
The chat can chime in.
the
too.
ref is from Wales.
The ref is from
Chad,
Wales.
what'd you think?
Let's
Shane
have our
is
own
Welsh.
VAR.
We're
I'm
taking a look at the
Welsh.
tape.
That's part
Well,
of the.
I'm on Totri side here, and
That is the most offensive thing you've ever told me.
okay. Tell that to Owen. I'm going to tell Owen that you were offended by
Go
being
ahead.
called Welsh.
Owen's in Qatar, right?
He is in Qatar right now.
Are
He's
you in
Doha.
Qatar or are you at Qatar?
You're in Qatar. What?
What?
Are you at England? What does that even mean?
I don't know, bro.
You think the rules just changed in the
Okay,
middle
here
of
we
the
go. Here we
Here
go.
you go.
Looking at the tape.
So I don't touch him.
Oh, come on.
Dude, you bit me.
Oh,
That's a
come on.
punch.
There was speed coming in there.
He's going up. Boom. Fucking, yeah, you dinked me there, dude. That's
there was
flag. Throw the flag.
there was contact.
Yeah,
Like,
no
it was-
shit, there was contact. You contacted me.
I didn't touch him. I did not.
You didn't
Go
touch
review
me.
the film. I did not touch his
No.
head. I did not touch it. This is great audio. I do not
Look
touch
at the
his head in this
replay.
video.
Look at the replay
I did not
here.
touch his head. Don't drag me into this. I did not touch him.
You're so dramatic.
It
That's
might
a
have been a little
flag.
dramatic. There was
VAR.
contact.
15-yard penalty on sportsmanlike
contact.
conduct. On sportsmanlike conduct.
Free kick.
That is number 69's first penalty of the contact. One more and he will be disqualified. Just saying.
Great numbers.
Now you guys have to do your ejection.
Oh, you got eject. Oh,
No,
yeah.
he's not ejected.
He's not
No,
ejected.
He's one personal follow away.
Now he's going to want to get ejected. Yeah, see? Yeah, look at you.
He tried it.
I'm looking for it now. It's an emphasis this year.
Hey, I'll go sit in my office.
Okay, you do that.
Drop the
Call in on StreamYard or Ecamm.
Get us in a progressive commercial.
The red flag's been dropped.
Yeah, we reviewed the film.
Yeah.
I love
take a
doing
look
this
back,
though.
Jason.
Yeah, I like this.
I love punch, but it's still a punch,
the
though.
emergency exits on plane?
Yeah.
You hit me. It is what it is, okay? ASU basketball.
Didn't hit you.
Yes, you did.
There was contact.
We've got
Undeniable.
Grambling State, guys.
Is it
Yeah.
Grambling or Grambling State?
I believe it's Grambling State.
Probably
fact that they've got two
they're
basketball
the same. They're the same.
Yeah, I was going
They're
to say, the
same.
fact that there's no way they have two basketball programs like that, right? That would be crazy. Do we think this ASU basketball team is able to get level-headed after their big Legends Classic dub?
Yeah, because they have a lot of time.
yeah.
They're in a different state now.
They better. Yeah, it's been too long since that game. Like, if they're that focused on it, like, don't you got class or something?
Look, we can talk about the X's and O's all we want, but at the end of the day, they have better names than us.
Oh my gosh, he was reading.
Ready?
Have you looked at some of these names?
I have not looked at them.
They have their best player. Their leading scorer is, I think it's Cartier because it's CARTE apostrophe ARE.
Dude, I didn't realize how many.
Cartier, maybe.
I mean, I would have guessed it was Cartier.
Cartier should. Trey Michael Moton,
Who?
Sean Darius Coart,
Nice.
That's my favorite.
Jordan Smith, but not spelled the way you'd think.
You're not going to tell us?
No.
Oh, nice.
Peyton Parrish,
That
great
goes
name.
crazy.
William Reynolds sounds like a lawyer. The Zahad Munford. Come on.
I think that guy might just be Carter.
Yeah, it could be.
I think it's just Carter, which is so wild. CART apostrophe. That's crazy.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Sean Darius Cowart is hard. Yeah, there are some.
Yeah.
There are
William
some good
Reynolds.
ones. Malik Lamine.
The
I like saying that. Malik Lamine. Head
Okay.
coach Dante
Are you guys
Jackson.
going to be Grambling on this game? Thanks, LTC.
Their coaching staff
Likes to
kind of
gamble.
goes crazy too. Dante Jackson, Ashante Jones, and Devaris Walker, and then Kyle Jones.
I do want to get to Joe said in the chat. He said Neil tomorrow, and then the little eye emojis. So Bobby Hurley was on 98.7 this morning and addressed that. He was asked about Jemiah Neal, and he said, quote, that he looked very good at practice the other day, and he anticipates that if he practices well again today, being Monday, that he will play in tomorrow's game. Shane, for those on audio, has risen.
It looks like I TT'd, but it's just the shadow.
Guys, potentially getting Jemiah Neal back.
What?
Did he used to?
I don't think so. I just was doing it.
He needs to because he looks like a rock
Can I give you a hot take? I don't want him to play.
Yeah. I don't think it's that hot.
I don't want him to play. I want him to play eventually. I'm not just saying, but like,
Bobby doesn't strike me as the guy that would ever rush somebody back.
Yeah, get him 100% healthy. What are you laughing at? The stat about Russell Wilson having more bathrooms than
just
passing touchdowns?
All of it.
But I want him to be 100% healthy. Like if it's even 99%, I don't want him to play. B, the more he plays, the less Nunez minutes we probably get, and I want Nunez to play 40 minutes every day. I love him.
Oh, Joe has SLU, St. Louis.
Cartier.
Yeah, I guess because his name is Cartier. That's amazing. Thank you, Joe.
So you don't want Jemiah to play?
No, I mean I do. If he's 100%, then absolutely. But if it's even a question, then I would rather him wait another game.
What about Bagley? You feel the same about Bagley?
Oh yes, definitely feel it. Let that man get 110% healthy.
You're like, I don't want to see him back till the Pac-12 tournament.
Yeah,
dude,
just about.
Shane's about to cry, though. Shane's about to cry. How do you feel about both these guys' injuries?
I mean, Jemiah, I definitely get what Shaun's saying. I don't think he would be rushed back. He's been out for a while. But yeah, you definitely don't need him in this game. Bagley, just put him on ice.
Yeah.
The whole body?
Yeah.
And then what?
Wrap him in bubble wrap.
Just put him on ice.
Pac-12 freshman of the week, Austin Nunez, baby. Boom.
Yeah, just came
hell
out.
Yeah.
Pac-12 men's basketball freshman.
Look at him looking cute as hell in that picture, too.
Okay. Also, we can't call him Nunez anymore.
Nunez,
there you go.
Then put the Enye over his name.
Well, that's his own name. I don't know how he does
fair
that.
enough.
Should we ask him if he can?
Yeah.
If he can change his
look
name.
at him. He's got that
He's got that dog in him. He got a little smirk.
Yeah.
Is that how Nunez
Bite
looks
your
like?
ankles.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Depends.
That's a podcast. You can speak.
Yeah.
We have something very special to share with you guys that we will only get to see if you stay around to the end of the show.
That is true.
That is very, very true. It's
Feel
so
like we
exciting.
yeah.
It's so exciting.
Facts. No
Nice.
printer.
We did
Look
that
at you.
today.
Your little tease. Love that. I do want to get into the fool's gold comment that was kind of thrown around about this team. Everyone was saying that this team was AKA fool's gold because of the way they shot the ball just completely out of the gym against Michigan. They got lucky against VCU toward the end there. Bobby, again, saying this morning on 98.7 that, quote, our team isn't fool's gold. How do you feel just about the team being called that and Bobby's kind of reaction to not necessarily like just, people say, what do they say? I was kind of surprised that he addressed.
Shaun's got his thinker face on. I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
His thinker
I
face?
mean, people that are calling this team fool's gold are not necessarily wrong.
Not yet.
Because there's no way they replicate that performance. Like
No.
they shot the lights out, and you're not going to get that again from this team. That being said, they did not need to play that well. Like we talked about, they did not need to play that well to win that game against Michigan. They beat them by 30 points, whatever it was. Like they could have shot slightly worse, closer to their normal, and they still probably would have won that game. Getting lucky against VCU, maybe it's a sport.
They were in it the
You don't
whole
get
time.
How it
lucky. You
works.
don't get. I
Yeah,
get
you don't get
offense.
lucky for 40 minutes.
I get the offense side of things. Oh, it's fool's gold. The offense isn't going to shoot like that. Defensively, not just in those first two games, but this is what's kept them in their earlier games in the season when it felt like a struggle.
The defense,
at times.
yeah.
The defense has been phenomenal
Yes.
all season long.
Mhm.
Like there hasn't been a single game where I'm like they're playing just bad defense. Like that's what's kept them in games where
Yeah.
they've shot like shit.
That might be their best shooting performance we see all season.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. Yeah.
Definitely. And it definitely was a really poor performance by Michigan. The defense was great, but they missed a lot of layups.
Yeah.
I would say the 25-point win might have been a fluke, but a win was not a fluke.
Yes, exactly.
So they might have played their best game of the year already, but they also probably played their worst game of the year already.
Yeah.
I think as long as you average that, if you think like 63% and 25%, just get somewhere in the 40 range.
yeah,
shooting the ball.
If they shot
30 to win
40%
games.
from the field and the 3-point line, they win that game still.
Well, you figure they shot as well as they did, and Frankie Collins didn't score.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't do anything offensively. You look at Alonzo Gaffney, he didn't do anything offensively. Like,
What?
you never know.
You're saying that like he's going to.
Well, I mean, even if he contributes a 3.
Wait, who?
Well, Gaffney.
Oh,
There's a
And
reason
they
it's
did
called
it-
a Gaffney.
They did it without
Shooter.
Bagley. They did it without Jemiah. They did it with Frankie Collins not doing anything offensively.
They did,
Yeah,
they did it without Enoch. They did do it without
They did,
Enoch.
no,
They did do most
They
of the
did it
beginning of
without
the season
Enoch.
without Enoch as well.
And I don't know,
He was on the bench.
like, Warren scored what, 10 points? Maybe? Like,
Yeah, his
again,
defense in that game is what stood out. But
10 points from your starting center is not like world-beating offense. Like, this team is really, really good. We've been talking about how deep they are.
Here's my biggest thing that I said this on the postgame show. You got production from players that haven't been giving you anything. Des Cambridge didn't do a single thing in the first 3 games of the season. He was out for one of them, but the other 2 games he couldn't shoot the ball. This is what we're expecting of him. Maybe not 20 points on 50% shooting every night, but at least double digits. He's a great scorer, and he's going to provide you with that with that night in and night out, even if it comes off the bench.
Yeah, I agree. Look, guys, if you want to go to the ASU basketball game tomorrow, or if you want to go to any of the basketball games throughout the rest of the season, there's only one right place to get tickets, and that is Game Time. You guys can save up to 60% on tickets when you buy tickets last minute. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description.
I'm just experimenting.
I don't want a part of that.
Sean's making something.
I'm not making anything. I'm just researching something for myself.
Okay.
And
Come on.
I
Come on.
can't. What
Come on.
he's currently doing is so distracting.
I mean, it's not. I just think that Austin Nunez kind of looks like XXXTentacion. Rest in peace. So I was comparing their photos.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I think they kind of do.
ASU wins tomorrow. Just want to, before we move on, ASU wins tomorrow. Do we have a score prediction?
Let's see. GCU won 81-48.
GCU killed them.
Are we better than? Are they better?
We
than
win by 20.
Alonzo Gaffney gets 18 points. Dude, Alonzo Gaffney. I think that might be the only 18 points scored.
Tomorrow might be our last opportunity, barring any injuries,
For
to
the Cambridge.
take a double tequila shot.
I don't think Devin is going to hit 15.
Dude, he has been. Can we get his splits? I'm going to find his splits this year. It has to be over 60%. The man hasn't missed. I mean, he actually shot really poorly in the first game, but
He's weird, dude. He can hit 2 threes and then look great offensively, and those will be the only shots he takes for the whole game. It's super, super strange.
I'll give you I'll go like 73-59 ASU.
70-59 ASU?
Yeah.
Okay, so not 20.
Do you know what the line is?
No.
Is there a line yet?
I'm sure you can
I'll check on the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Beautiful, beautiful. You do that. I'm going to tell people what they should eat for breakfast, for
lunch.
I'm wrong.
You are
He
wrong.
is shooting 36% from the field, but he's shooting 46% from 3.
Second best on the team.
Behind Nunez.
No odds
Nunez.
yet. Are we surprised at all that Arizona's only 9.5 point favorites over Cincinnati?
Yes, actually.
Seems low, but no odds for that game yet.
You can get odds on the Maui Invitational winner.
Can you?
Hell yeah.
I believe the U of A is second behind. Who's the other good team in that?
Maui Invitational winner, Creighton. Creighton is first, 225. Arkansas second, Arizona third at 300.
I can't wait for Creighton to beat U of A and then ASU to
Is
beat
it
Creighton.
dirty for us
That'd
to
be
bet
so
on
funny.
Arizona basketball?
No.
They're good.
Yeah, but it still feels kind of dirty.
If they're going to be good, you might as well make money off of it.
Oh, that's fair. Look, there's one place you should be spending your money that you make on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, and that is Burrito Express.
Duh.
I was very, very bummed when we left the Iguana press conference today because I wanted to get Burrito Express, but I didn't think we had enough time to get Burrito Express before we had to do the show. So honestly, I'm blaming all of you guys that I didn't get Burrito Express today. So the least that you guys could do is go get Burrito Express tomorrow.
For you?
I mean, you could get it for me, but
No,
just
I
do
mean,
it for
like,
yourselves.
Maybe in
On your
spite of
behalf.
you.
Yeah,
On
do
your
it
behalf,
and then
yeah.
at me on social media. Be like, look, haha, you didn't get Burrito Express. I did. And then while you're doing that, you might as well just give them a follow at Burrito EXP and maybe give us a follow at PHNX _ Sun Devils, and then we can be like even.
Yeah, that's good.
So, do that. Go to Burrito Express because they're the best in the game.
You know what's interesting? So when I saw this, I was like, who's the other good team in there that's above? It was Arkansas that I saw this morning at plus 220.
They're at plus
And then
290
Arizona
now.
at plus 290.
Damn.
Creighton has jumped all 3 of those teams now.
Wow.
And they are at plus 225. Has an injury occurred?
I don't know.
Within Arizona.
I guess we'll find out.
But
also,
an injury occurred.
Also, Arkansas's odds dropped too, you said, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe Creighton's just got better somehow.
They just got that dog in them.
Yeah, Louisville, Arkansas at 3 p.m. if you want to watch
Creighton just won. Duh.
Oh, did they?
They just beat Texas Tech. I'm so
okay.
stupid.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that game was over.
Yes, LTC.
That's
Creighton with the W. Over
Huge
Texas Tech.
W for us.
I do want to talk a little
collectively.
No, well, I mean, for Creighton being better is good for
Oh,
ASU.
I thought you just hate Texas. I know you do.
I do hate Texas Tech. Yeah, also that.
I thought you just meant as the country. That's a collective W.
It is a collective dub for America, the world even.
Is it a collective draw?
bit. No.
Rats. Feels like a loss. Sorry.
Stop
I'm
it.
done.
Stop it right now.
Des, Pac-12 Player of the Week?
What? Are we for real?
He shot the crap out of the ball.
I will confirm. Un momento. Pac-12 conference at Pac-12
Let's get into breaking
or at
news.
Pac-12.
What can you buy for this?
He is.
He is.
Desmond Cambridge, Pac-12 Player of the Week. ASU owns the
Hey.
Pac-12.
Is there a defensive player of the week or no?
No.
Enoch Bolachi.
Oh, Damian Martinez, freshman of the week for his performance against ASU, though. Wah, wah.
Who's the player of the week for football? Watch it be another Oregon State player.
No, it is. Oh, wait, no, that's Tooley. That's defensive player of the week. Offensive line is also USC. Special teams player is
Definitely not
Gutierrez.
Vinatieri.
Oh, defensive player of the week is Bennett Williams from Oregon.
Oh yeah, he had a day.
Yeah,
He had like 3 interceptions.
good at football.
Yeah, very good at football.
If only
Made
they
money
didn't
on that
play
game.
Georgia.
Can you imagine if Oregon had to play?
If only
ASU
Bo
football?
Nix didn't hurt his leg against Washington.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. I do. While we were talking about ASU basketball for a second, and we brought up Arizona, UCLA had a very rough weekend.
Yeah.
They
played-
dropped. Yes, I know who they played, but they because of it fell pretty heftily. They fell.
They dropped draft.
They
There was a
dropped.
sizable drop.
There you go. Sizable drop. In the AP top 25, Arizona stayed put, and ASU now getting votes.
They lost to Baylor, and who's the other team?
Was it Texas?
Talking UCLA?
Yeah, UCLA.
They lost to Illinois.
Illinois.
Number
That's
19,
right.
Illinois, and then number 5,
Oh,
Baylor.
can you check how many points Matthew Meyer had in that game? That's my dog. I love that guy.
For where?
They lost to Baylor twice, apparently.
But ASU getting 5 votes, one more than Oregon. Did we expect to say that at this point in the season? ASU getting votes in the AP top 25.
No.
No, I didn't expect
No.
them to beat Michigan. And that's
Yeah.
the only reason they get the
Yeah.
votes. So
I mean, VCU's not a bad team.
no, they're not. But I mean, that wasn't beating VCU. Beating another unranked team isn't getting you votes.
No. But
So
they add up. Also,
no,
Clark is a dog.
yeah.
Yeah, he is going to be a problem for the rest of the conference. Hopefully, he's one and done because I don't want to see that guy.
Matthew Mayer, by the way, had
11.
11 points on 3 for 8 shooting.
3 for 8 shooting. Again, we get into this every week with our Pac-12 power rankings and our basketball power rankings we did before the weekend. So before some of those games were played, obviously we'll do them again on Friday. But I'm just curious as to where you guys stand. Everyone's still staying put at Arizona or UCLA, Arizona, ASU.
I'll swap it.
Yeah.
I mean, now you have to swap Arizona, UCLA.
Yeah.
Just 2
Until Arizona's
losses.
lost.
Yeah. And then I'll probably keep Colorado. We got to see how this goes, but I had Colorado at 3. I'll probably keep them there, depending on how everything goes. But
Colorado's just such a weird team.
they are weird. They got 2 ranked wins. I don't know what
think
to make of
after
them yet.
ASU beats Grambling, you kind of have to put ASU.
Yeah, because
We'll see. I
Grambling
mean, we'll see.
beat
Yeah,
Colorado.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
That's so wild to me.
we'll see. I guess.
They gotta win.
Yeah, they do.
Texas Southern lost to Samford,
Wah,
Wow.
wah.
That's not great.
but Tarleton,
Yeah, they had Michigan on the ropes in
No.
overtime.
no, Ohio.
Oh, Ohio had them on the
Tarleton
ropes.
won against somebody solid.
They won by like 16 too.
Tarleton.
I remember seeing that tweet. It wasn't Texas, was it?
Tarleton beat
That would make me very sad if it was Texas.
Boston College by
Boston
16.
College.
Yeah,
16.
yeah, they did.
And they beat.
Yeah, they did. The ACC.
They're
is in
undefeated,
shambles.
guys.
Yeah, great win. Tarleton State needs to keep winning games.
Tarleton State to the moon.
Tarleton State. Why is Tarleton State playing Kansas Community College?
I don't know.
They beat Kansas Community College by 45 or
That
46.
seems like it
excuse
shouldn't
me.
be allowed.
Okay.
He really
again,
did play kids.
Before
Isn't that wild? Do they have stats on Kansas Community
Look at
College?
some of the
Probably not.
games they have to play. They have to play Wiley.
Wiley?
Who the hell is Wiley?
they play Baylor in
What's
December 6th.
HTU?
HTU basketball team or an STD? I don't know.
Oh no.
It is the Houston Tillotson Rams.
It's not real.
Tillotson? What? HK.
Look, guys, we got a special teaser for you guys coming up here in just a little bit. So stay tuned. What?
Kansas Community College has a guy with a first name Great.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Great Nwachukwuku. That is an unbelievable
Nigerians
name.
go crazy with their names.
Honestly, I might be a Kansas CC fan.
Just because of that.
Oh, sorry. It's not a community college. It's a Christian college. Kansas Christian College.
That makes way more sense.
There you go.
Christian College Falcons.
Look, guys, there's a lot of big sporting events going on throughout the week. Obviously, the World Cup is now in action, and you guys can join us at Four Peaks for Mexico's first World Cup match.
Did you see the vibes?
Yeah.
They looked immaculate.
Four Peaks looked crazy today.
Incredible.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, November 22nd, be there at 8 a.m. You're going to get a delicious breakfast buffet, drink specials, and an appearance from Rising's head coach. Guys, buy your tickets in the description. It's going to be a blast. I know Max was there. It looked like an absolute blast today.
Also, Juan Guerra, head coach of Rising, might be the nicest man you'll ever meet.
Not nicer than Shaun Aguano.
I have not met Shaun Aguano, but I have a hard time believing that anyone can give this man a competition.
Last point on
He's
Tarleton State. I know we should be talking about them this late in the season. They might go undefeated.
That would go crazy.
All they have to do is beat Baylor.
All they have to do?
All they have to do.
They might lose by 80. What if they win that game?
That'd be huge for the program.
For our program?
Yes.
Yeah. What if they
got some real
What
teams
if
they gotta
Tarleton
play.
State wins a natty, guys?
I'd cry.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
They got to play Stephen F. Austin,
Okay.
which is perennial wagon.
We've been
perennial
teasing
12
it.
seed.
We've been teasing it all show, pretty much.
No, half the show.
All show. We're super, super, super excited for you guys to see this. I'm not even going to preface it with anything. Just take a look.
I would love to stay at Arizona State.
That's right. An exclusive
Big Guano.
one-on-one interview with Big Guano himself. Shane, you were there with me, man. Just obviously the video itself will have everything that ASU fans will want to see. But what was your biggest takeaway from getting the opportunity to talk with him?
Just how grateful he is for everything in this school and how much it means to him. Smile on his face the whole time. Really easy to work with and just such a great dude. I mean, you can't really say enough about him.
Yeah, he really is he's a top tier human being. And regardless of what happens, I think down the line, like you said, he is really grateful for the opportunity that the administration has given him. And I don't want to spoil too much, but doesn't sound like just if he doesn't get the job that it's a foregone conclusion that he's gone. So he might be sticking around. We'll see. Joe, you'll have to see the entire video when that drops tomorrow to get your answer on that.
2 p.m. YouTube channel.
Excited. Super, super excited for you guys to see it. Before we get out of here, I want to tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy. When do we have an Underdog Fantasy show this week?
Yeah, it's going to be on Wednesday.
It's going to be on Wednesday, guys. If you want to make some shmoney, or if you got some fantasy football questions, definitely check out the Underdog Fantasy show and go get the app. It's pretty easy to get started, guys. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app. Sign up with promo code PHNX, and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100.
Remember last week when I said that the Colts were going to beat the Eagles straight up, and you looked at me and thought I was crazy, and then it almost happened.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
You were right. I was wrong.
Wait, what was it?
I said that I made my DraftKings Sports pick of the week last week. The money line for the Colts.
Remember when I said Spencer Rattler was going to have South Carolina? It was going to be the Spencer Rattler game?
It did happen.
It did happen. They dominated
time.
Tennessee.
R.I.P. Henry Hooker's ACL.
Yeah. And just the Tennessee football program.
Remember when I sent you guys a teaser the other night?
Yeah, but I can't. Yeah.
I also will. I refuse to bet on Bills games.
I can't bet on Chargers games either.
I can't.
I came very close because I knew emotionally as a Chargers fan, I know what was going to happen. I knew Travis Kelce was going to.
Everyone knew what was going to happen.
It's just bad. Anthony, what are you doing? Anthony Delgado. No, I'm not talking to myself for those on audio.
I thought you were doing it
Anthony
first.
in the chat. Look, guys, we appreciate you for watching, for listening.
It's a lot of emojis, Anthony. I would calm down.
It is.
Bear down, desert cactus.
Again, that video with Aguano going to get released tomorrow, 2 o'clock tomorrow. And we've also got a post-game show for you guys lined up after the Grambling State game. And we have a crossover show on Wednesday with Mike Luke of PHNX.
Iron Mike Luke.
Iron Mike Luke,
the guy
of PHNX Wildcats. Anthony Delgado, I hope to see you there. Look, guys, if you enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deven. You can follow Shaun DePaz at Shaun_DePaz.
feeling patriotic as always.
Yes, sir. We will see you guys tomorrow. But for now, enjoy the rest of your Monday and go USA, baby. Peace.